Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus here with another review of a Transformer. And no, the last video wasn't a bomb or a computer or a robot, it was an assembly language programming assignment. Though I'm very flattered that some of you thought I was capable of such technological wizardry. No, to me it's all, bones and snake powder. Anyway, this is Onslaught from the Transformers Universe line. He's got his headlights down for your safety. But they're back up. By the way, yes, this part is rather loose. I'll get to that in a sec. His vehicle mode is what I like to call the turtle tank, because it's pretty much a little tank that's kind of shaped like a turtle, with massive blades on the front and a gun on its head. But other than that, it's a little armored shell on 6 wheels. And, of course, as he's a police vehicle, a SWAT tank, he's got, wonderful things for protecting the peace, like massive 6-bladed, double-jointed rake mouth things on the front so that he can slice people, objects, and animals into little pieces by driving up in front of them. Also, his turret moves, which shoots, multi-caliber bullets and projectile weaponry in order to protect the peace as well. He's got electronics, which are pretty cool. He's got a gun. Yeah, it just keeps going when you hold it down like that. Loops and loops. There are the lights. And he's also got this neat thing with his wheels, which is actually my favorite part of this. That also just keeps going if you move them fast enough. He just kind of keeps going if you move him fast enough. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and... Whee! Okay, anyway. I like electronics like that, where they kind of give you a reward for driving the toy around. That's why I almost bought Ultimate Movie Bumblebee, until I saw that he cost, more than $20. This shield on the top, by the way, there's a little hatch here. This lets you push the magic red button for the electronics. And he has one other electronic feature. It's pretty intense. Check this out. Yeah. I've been trying to figure out what happened there. I think that it's just they forgot to program a looping function into that one sound effect, or it's a character trait, because you see, he's disguised as a police vehicle. So obviously Onslaught has gotten really clever, and he's trying to infiltrate the human police force. So, to illustrate what I'm talking about... Alright, Inferno, it's go time! We've got a plan to stop the Decepticons once and for all! Wait a second, who's this guy? Part of the human police force? Alright, he checks out. Anyway, our secret plan is... What? It could happen. By the way, this Monzo deco here is a little bit of a fan nod. There's an online Transformers fan who goes by the name Monzo. And he's been at a lot of BotCons and such, and he's actually done some info gathering for the Hasbro team, because that's apparently what he's really good at, is gathering loads of info on really odd, obscure topics, like, for instance, GoBot copyright names or something like that. I learned the story at BotCon, but I did a lot of drinking at BotCon and kind of promptly forgot parts of it, so apologies to Monzo if I've gotten some of your information here incorrect. This shield doesn't stick on very well, and honestly, it covers so much detail, I kind of prefer having it off. The transformation on this guy is kind of cool in that it's a very typical transformation, if you look at just where all the parts go, but things move in slightly unique ways, which is something that I'm really behind. I love, all the different genres of transformations there are, but I like it when someone takes a really simple one, like, as you're going to see here, the legs just folding out like this, but they fold out from underneath, which is already a bit of a difference. And there's a really cool thing with these cages here, in that, typically when you fold the legs out, you get a bit of a hollow leg. It ain't hollow on the slot! Like Onslaught. Well, people shorten coleslaw. I should be able to shorten Onslaught. I'm sure it'll catch on in a couple years. I'll just tell enough young people that that's what all the cool people call him, is the slot! Slot, by the way, not a... yeah. Oh, you're funny! Anyway, his feet are also sculpted with this kind of angled thing, which is a newer choice in design that I'm really enjoying over these last couple figures I picked up. It lets them stand with a slightly wide, more natural stance, and not have the feet kind of like balancing on the edges of the the sides. The arms can be a little hard to clearance out, and also this clip I've busted. The screw actually is the part that broke off. I don't know why. I think I just ripped it off too hard because I was, in the throes of wild and pleasurable transformation. The only thing that got me going at first when I saw pictures of this guy was I thought, oh crap, it's animated Starscream's arms all over again with the curling iron elbows. But no! He has a wrist rotation. The only problem is he's got a big hole there, and there's sculpted detail on the upper arm with those rivets. It matches up when it's pointing the less fun way. So while he has the posability, it's still only kind of there, and he looks better when he's doing the curling iron arms. Although most poses you put him in, he tends to look kind of like he's doing the kind of thing. That made sense to at least one of you, I'm sure. He's also got a little flip-out gun, which is neat, but that's also really his only weapon. Or his only ranged weapon, anyway. He's got fist holes, but no accessory cannons. His back cannons, he can't really use them unless he bends over. And, insert joke here, total ownage. He does have a really wicked shoulder check, though, with the blades on here, so, he's built for melee pretty well. And, he's really just burly and intense looking, which I do like. Also, this is kind of a little neat touch. He can flip this little rod out of his arm and stick his shield on, so that he can use this as a shield, I'm sure. It even give you a little grate for him to look through, so he can, pop off a couple shots from behind it. But what I think this guy would use it for more so is just like a massive punch dagger thing to chop your head off or open a new crevice across your face so that you can, I don't know, sing sideways. But, his posability overall is pretty good. He's got a lot of really nice, heavy, universal ratcheting joints. He looks intense in almost any pose you put him in. And by intense, I mean, like, he's ready to destroy you and your loved ones. And, his size is also really helpful, because he's an Ultra. Now, he doesn't combine, even though he's Onslaught. Oh my god. Raping my childhood. But, the way that I look at this guy is he's kind of like if Onslaught decided one day he's had enough of the Combaticons and he decided to, take them apart and build their bodies into his own. He's pretty much, he looks as powerful as Bruticus looked, only he's just by himself. So, that's the way I take this toy, and this rendition of the character. Overall, he's really worth it. He's a really just boxy, brutish, nice-looking toy. His transformation is simple, but has just enough little tweaks here and there to make it a little bit trickier to keep it interesting. He's got all the basic joints he needs. He's got light-up features. His eyes light up. Well, his visor, anyway. And really, the only lame duck of his electronics is this. And I found comedy in it, and I found a way to pass it off as him just not having much interest in maintaining cover, but, or, just really sucking at maintaining cover. But, anyway, that's Classics Series Universe Onslaught. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope it's been informative in some way. And, this is Internet Personality Vangelus signing off for now. I'm hoping to cover some more Universe stuff, because I've not really touched on any of it aside from Sunstreaker. And I gotta give the line its own fair share of the spotlight, but there's more coming from all sides. I just really, can't cover it all because I am doing real-life things, and I do apologize for my 24 hours of time per day. If I could make the days longer and make my real-life responsibilities shorter, then I actually most probably would spend most of it drinking and sleeping. But, there's a light at the end of every tunnel. And there's a light at the end of his tunnel. Whoa!